Hello, it's me, Naomi Smalls, and we are back with From Head to Toe, and we are recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 6. I got bangs. All right, we are back with the talent show again this week. Lucky for us From Head to Toe viewers, there is a runway. We're gonna be recapping just the runway looks. The theme this week is shake, shake, shake. I'm assuming the brief was like fringe and movement and accoutrements that bounce with you when you are bouncing down the runway. Up first, we have a vision in white, Miss RuPaul. RuPaul comes out in this like sequin, clear sequin body stocking from neck to wrist to leg. And then she has like this like padded out, I don't know if that's like felt or some sort of like puffy material that's like wrapped in that clear sequin as well. I'm assuming the sequins that are used in her body stocking are the same sequins that is used on this like overlay for the white, just different base material. I actually really like how the white puffy dress is wrapped in that sequin. I think that gives it like a lot of interest. I think the sequin on sequin is a lot, to be honest. I think that maybe when wearing white, maybe not the white hair, but that's just me. I think it would maybe just added a little bit more like warmth to RuPaul if she wasn't so like icy on top of icy on top of icy on top of like icy on top of icy on top of icy on top of icy. There's a lot of coolness happening with someone who when I'm doing a little Google search in my head of who RuPaul is, I do get a lot of warmth. I do get a lot of golden. I do get a lot of like peanut butter. And peanut butter is a warm tone. So when you add in all this like Cool Whip, it's just a completely different dessert. Up first, we have MYKI MEEKS. And MYKI MEEKS decided to take that shake, shake, shake element and do it out of the zip ties. I love this look. I think that this is like so different from the main stage. We've seen them on Trinity the Tuck's entrance look on All Stars 4. The zip ties is a great way to add movement to your look. MYKI MEEKS is doing something that I have never really seen on Drag Race. She has like the zip tie mucklucks with the zip tie panty and the zip tie crotch. I love this look as a dip your toe into like the raver world and make it drag, make it fun. The accessories and the body stocking and the headphones, we get the raver. One of my favorite cunty raver girls is actually Thorgy's finale crowning look. And I think that this could actually be in the same collection as Betty Spaghetti. But I guess MYKI is a smaller version, so she's like Polly Pocket does raver girl. I think having all the rainbow zip ties in her costume and her body stocking and the stones with the headphones, like every single color is used. When it comes to the hair, I think maybe just like a little bit more woman, a little less costume, a little less doll, and a little bit more human element into this like already so crazy synthetic look. Up next, we have ATHENA DION, and ATHENA DION is wearing her all-seeing eye. She has all the eyes that are held together from wires around her, and they're bouncing with her as she goes down the runway. This boot is really hard to do in drag. Ankle boots, there's a time and a place for everything. For anyone who's like trying to appear just like stunty, an ankle boot is just such a hard thing to pull off. You could have the longest legs in the entire world and cut your legs off at the right spot, you're gonna look stumpy. ATHENA DION decided to lean in and go hardcore with this like royal blue. She stoned not even her crease, but like the transitional space between her crease and her eyebrow in that like size 30, size 25 blue stone. It's a lot. I would maybe just try and femme this look up a little bit more instead of like costume. we're drag queens, we're all wearing costumes, but when it comes to like the runway, you want it to appear as if it's like a look that's part of a collection that's inspired by the brief instead of like a costume that seems forced because of the brief. Does that make sense? This is a season that I'm realizing the girls don't necessarily love. It's not even so much about like wearing long hair. These girls just don't like wearing hair at all. Like at all. At all. Like they put the headpiece on and that's it. No nape tucking out, no like around the ear, like little finger wave, which I think would have just like helped feminize this look. Again, back to the femme and less costume. An earring would have taken it a little bit more femme, a little bit more fully thought out, a little bit more drag. Hello, we're on Drag Race. An earring will always be your best friend. You just need like some sort of crystal, something to just like feminize, you know? Like, look at the difference. You get it? Athena's wearing that like sequin that's like stacked on top of each other, so it adds like a lot of bulk. There's a lot of like air in between like the sequin and whatever her costume is lined with, which is, there's a time and a place for it, but like when you're working in like lines like your waist, you just want to look in drag, have everything look flat, and still want to get that waist in there. She has that same sequin on her boots too, and that adds a lot of bulk, that adds a lot of width, it adds a lot of size. We want our feet to appear small, even when they're not small. It's drag. Up next, the large, the in charge, Miss Kenya Pleaser. And Kenya Pleaser is coming out in this butterflies bouncing all around her. I think if she did this with like black and blue butterflies and the way that everything else is like styled, I don't think it would have been as impactful, but this stands out great on the main stage. This is probably like one of my favorite looks that she's done. I think this is like the one that she's maybe the most prepared for. Of course, I mean, I think that this is probably Kenya Pleaser's version of like middle part black. Like this is her like go-to, like, or like Rue's like, you know, teased out blonde. She like snatched away from the face and an afro. And it looks great on her, so I totally understand her repeating it. And we have to give props to, if we're gonna wear the exact same wig, at least we're gonna embellish it a little bit more. And I like that she added the butterflies, and I like that her legs are bare with this. Everything's like volume, 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 and then just like a nice breath on the bottom. I love that she has like the large butterfly wings around her hairline. Thought that was a nice accessory moment. And then I like that she kept her like other large butterfly wing for the back of her heel. It's a nice detail to incorporate from head to toe. Up next, we have Jane Don't. This color combination is gorgeous on Jane. I love that she's playing with all the colors, with like the yellow and the chartreuse and the baby blue. And like, it all makes sense. I think that if she only had 2 of these colors, we'd be like looking at it in a completely different way, but adding in that third really helps the eye like see the gradient. This chin strap hat with the like ruffled satin that explodes into the ostrich. Gorgeous. I think that this look probably could have just used a little bit more volume on the bottom if we are paying respects and trying to dip our toe into that Dior collection, the Dior 2003 spring summer. Would have just been nice to, I get wanting to show off your legs, trust me, I'm that girl. But I think just like having a little bit more dramatic on the bottom would have helped balance this top half out. And this boot with the bow, I don't think was doing enough to add drama downstairs. Up next, we have Discord Addams, and Discord Addams is coming out in this like suit, doing a fully daring look for Drag Race. She's coming out in a like 3-piece suit. I like that she made it draggy drag with all like the broken jewelry and like the rhinestone pinstripe. This look it just looks heavy. I believe this is a commentary on CEOs getting all the money. So I'm not sure what that has to do with shake, 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 but I like that this look is really bedazzled out for Discord. Especially after last week, we had Discord and all those earth tones and like everything was very matte and satin. This is like a nice breath of fresh air for like some vibrant color with the red and getting all the like embellishments that are not lost on Drag Race. Like this is a lot, but at least it's like something that we can see on Drag Race. This headpiece looks like it weighs about 50 pounds and I don't know how this is staying on her head. I'm not sure how this is sticking up straight, but respect. I like Discord in this like ruby woo-ish red lip. Knowing that she's about to like go into her talent show, I think that this glam is the perfect way to do it, to have it be versatile for this look and then also have it be versatile for the next look. I think that with Drag Race, we can get so caught up on like, well, I envisioned the look with this makeup, so I have to do it, and then I'm sacrificing like my beauty for the next category. So like having this like staple of a cunt crease, bomb contouring, having your face and just having that like bright lip was the perfect way to step into her next category. These are the things that no one else really cares about, but like this is what I'm looking at, and as a former contestant being like, that was a smart choice, instead of like doing a dark black and red smoky eye for this look and then trying to like do a cut crease for the next look. Like that's just not how, unfortunately, the world works. Unfortunately, how these PAs are gonna wait for you. Unfortunately, how Ru is like, how much more time they got in her dressing room. Like we need to make really smart choices. And I think that was a really smart choice. And I think if we are going to do a suit in drag, it makes sense to do a fully embellished suit. This little like coat tail moment on the back of Discord's coat that like is just as exaggerated as Jack Skellington is great for Discord's character as a drag queen as I know her through the screen. This all makes sense for Discord, and sometimes you can't like explain why, but this makes sense for Discord. All right, up next we have Mia Starr. And the way that Mia Starr incorporated Shake, 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 I'm guessing was like this petaled fabric that has movement with the air when she walks, and then also this like VCR. God, is that like foreign language to these kids now? Like when you take apart like a VCR tape and it has like the, you know, the be quiet, rewind, the film. What is that stuff that's inside of a film? Is that film? Is that really what that is? She has like the VCR fringe hanging behind her. I think it's really great that she's not up for elimination this week because there is a lot happening with this look, but with also like nothing happening at the same time. I do wish that she maybe just wore like a 2B or like a 3 or any other hair color with this. I think her face would have just popped a lot better. And I have changed my mind about wearing black on black on black on black, but I'm also not wearing like a muumuu. So you can get like some breadth of skin that like balances out all the black. Does that make sense? Again, this is a week that Mia Starr is not being critiqued. She's doing the critiquing. So I think that this is a throwaway look for her. Very ugly dress, very Miss Fame ugly dress, season 7, a silhouette. I see that she like added the stretch belt for a waist. And then I'm not sure what happened first or after. Was it the embellishing of the brooches after? Like it was just like laying flat black and she was like, I need to add some sparkle to this. Because short hair is so, putting on a pixie cut is a very vulnerable feeling. Like you don't have anything to hide behind. Hair is such a good like blanket. It's such a security blanket to be like distracting the crowd. When you are in a finger wave, it's like, this is me. So my guess is she probably added all these embellishments just to make up for the fact that how bare this look was. Here's the thing about hair. All hair can look good. In this house, we play with length. What? It's about how you accessorize it, how you incorporate other elements to make that hairstyle look even better. It's not like, I'm just gonna wear this wig today. Hair needs intention. It doesn't need to have a custom hairline. It doesn't need to be glued down properly, but like the hairstyle needs to have intention with the look. We need to hone it back in with the hair. We need to care more with the hair. I am casting a spell. More lace runs, more out of the salon kind of styles for me, please. Up next, we have Darlene Mitchell. Darlene comes out in a red and coppery gold moment. She is like fully from hair to toe red, like primary red, not like any other shade of red. This is like fire engine red. And she has this like big shoulder moment that is the gold, coppery, fringy tinsel moment. And I just had to say, this is so unexpected for Darlene, and to me, in the right way. I love this look so much for her. I love this look for the category. To me, this is fashion. This is editorial. This is cool. Like, this is so cool for this category. And this is the time that these shoes actually make sense. This like go-go boot-ish type of look makes sense with the red tight and having it be all monochromatic. I actually love that she has nothing on her bottoms. I think it makes her legs just look so much longer. I like that her like red body stocking has a red long nail on it. If I was plucking pussy hairs, I would maybe do something different with the makeup, but like, this isn't mug. This is from head to toe, and we can worry about the makeup a different day. The fucked up makeup for Darlene, now that I'm looking at it, it definitely was intentional. She has like the asymmetrical lip. Something really gorgeous about this look is that this tinsel is tiered. It's not just like a big block of the same length tinsel. And I think that is what's giving us that optical illusion that she's not just like this. Yes, obviously it's a boxy look, but there's like a little bit of waist to it. There's a little bit of taper to this fringe that helps that eye just like melt from her shoulders to her legs. You can even just look at Darlene and she might be the most fucked up Barbie in the box, but the bitch is still wearing an earring, so let's celebrate that. Up next, we have VITA VONTESSE. This rhinestone bang wig is so crazy horse, it's so Cher, it's so Khalees, and I like that she kept it all white with the white crystals. There's something about this like abstract stoning that's happening in her bodysuit that is almost a little reminiscent of like a zebra, the way that this pattern is mapped out. And she has the diamond fringe everywhere. This isn't the girls who were like, I just have a boa and some fringe. Like, she really took it there. This is classic drag. I would love to know if she's like, just pinned her braids up or her dreads up and then just put, like, how the hell did this stretch over her braids? But like, there's something so pleasing about how bulbous her head is in this, because it makes everything else just look so tiny, and she's even wearing shoulder pads, but she just looks like she's Queen Bee Ho. She looks like she's like, I don't know, 5 feet tall, which is, if you're not gonna be some tall glamazon, you might as well look like cute and petite. I like that she's wearing shoulder pads, but it's not just like, you know, straight across shoulder. Like, I like that it has like intention and it like comes up to like a point. That just looks so custom. I don't know if it's just like a bunch of layers of stacked embellishment or there's actually something in the structure, but this is how you do a bodysuit on Drag Race the right way. Even the like crystals are on the point of her shoes. She's extra stoned, extra embellished, that like ankle booty strap. And again, I keep abiding my words because like an ankle booty works so well here. VITA VONTESSE, you do good drag, and this is coming from someone who thinks they do good drag too, so real recognize real. Up next, NINI COCO, and NINI COCO comes out in a whoa, what the fuck am I looking at in the best way possible kind of look. She is neon, she's day glow, she is neon pink, she is neon orange. She has all these. This is such an interesting way to take shake because there's gonna be movement no matter what, but I don't know even know how this was constructed in a way that everything's on like a diagonal of her body. Like, it's nothing looks like too like puffy and Nothing looks clunky. The way that she's moving, everything is like moving with her in a way that is nice and feminine, nice and not boxy, nice and not a bubble. I've never seen a look like this on Drag Race, and we are so many seasons in the game now that like to be able to say that is such a breath of fresh air, and the way that NINI COCO does drag is such a breath of fresh air. I can't compare this to another queen. I don't even know what to say about NINI COCO, except for that I'm just so excited to see her trajectory as a queen. Yeah, I love this look. I am obsessed with this look. I've never seen something like it. I love that she's even taking that detail still. Each week we're still getting the detail, but in a new, unique way with her like lash element. Would love to know how she stored all these custom lash accents packing for Drag Race, because they look so delicate and so fragile, but so intentional with the way that she styles herself from head to toe. Even without your ears being shown, this body stocking has an earring moment similar to her fascinator moment that matches the entire look. Sewn on, magnet on, glued on, safety pin on, whatever it takes to feminize that ear, you will not regret it. And NINI COCO did that. Up next, we have Juicy Love DION. Juicy Love DION is giving this like gladiator-esque vibe. She has her mohawk and she has all the like the thickness of her bustle with the feathers around her. She kept it really like streamlined with like just doing a bra and a corset. And I think that was actually a nice thing to see Juicy do again, because we've seen her in such like covered up looks with the like Lil Nas, Rihanna moment, and then the cabbage satin moment. It was nice to like see the girl who entered doing the like bra and panty, like be able to like stand on it and be like, and what? And what? Sometimes it's nice to dip my toe into that. She's doing this like Bob Mackie, Sasha Colby-esque feather mohawky look with the body stocking. Again, these girls do not like wearing hair. Let's take a moment for hair. We lost a real one. This look is great on stage. I think if I were to pluck any pussy hairs, because she has like the white of the feathers and then like her body sequiny, flesh tony moment is like more yellow, I think, than it really needed to be with the stark white feathers. That it would have been really nice to have it be all white and silver instead of like white and then like nudish yellowish. I like that she matched it with this pleaser and the rhinestone ankle strap. There's such a time and a place for a clear pleaser in drag, and it's been a long time for me, but I can totally see when it works. And I think that this is like a great example of when it worked. Up next, we have CIARA MYST. And CIARA MYST is doing a classic showgirl adjacent look. I feel like CIARA MYST is like, bitch, don't even stress me out with the runway this week. I am focusing on lip syncing. I am focusing on something that I can wear to hopefully stay in the competition. All right, and that was all the looks from episode 6 of season 18. My best look of the week. From head to toe, it's gonna have to go to NINI COCO. Again, a look I've never seen before. I would not know what her reference is that is of another drag queen, of a fashion collection. This could possibly be something animated that I just am unaware of, but I feel like the way that she remixed it with her own makeup, with her styling, just screams so NINI COCO, and I'm sold that this just was dreamt of her at night, and I love the originality, NINI COCO. And my favorite wig of the week, Each week it's getting harder and harder. Again, these girls don't like wearing hair. But I liked it last week, so I'm gonna like it again this week. Kenya Pleaser. I love this snatchback afro with the bubble that doesn't have the pockets that I can poke through. I like how she embellished it with the monarch butterflies, a nice pop of orange against all this black. Kenya, she just gives it to me fiercely. Best shoe of the week, definitely gonna have to go to VITA VONTESSE STARR. She made me eat my words about ankle booties really early on, and it's definitely the intention that she had going into this, wearing that with this styled look. The extra stones on the strap, the extra fringe added in, the extra stones on the toe. This bitch is so detailed and I love to see it. And that was all the looks of season 18, episode 6. Rated Queen is over. No more focusing on that. And we can just get back into the runway. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Head over to the Patreon for more exclusive Naomi Smalls. And we will be back next week from head to toe. You guessed it.